Welcome to our third annual Women's Hemispheric Network Conference in New York City. And I would like to invite Susan Segal for the opening remarks, and then Patty Menéndez-Cambó from Greenberg, Traurig, and a special thank you to Patty and to Greenberg, Traurig for sponsoring this event in New York City today.
Thank you, Randy, and thank you to our whole team of young women that have put this together really this year under the leadership of Randy, but very much on their own. So Natalia, Mercedes, and everybody that have worked with you, thank you so much. Welcome to our third Women's Hemispheric Network Conference in New York. Inspiring Women to Lead is the title of our conference today. And we are so delighted to have so many distinguished speakers and guests today. And I'd like to welcome just a few of them. Diva Hadamira Gastelum, who will share with her views on women in politics. She's a senator from Mexico. Welcome. I'd like to welcome Ambassador Sandra Fuentes, a very dear friend, and she's the Consul General of Mexico, and frankly, since she got here, she has really brought a fabulous woman's point of view to the Mexican community, so welcome. She's a friend of the house and a dear friend of mine. And unfortunately, Marta Lucía Ramirez, the former presidential candidate of Colombia and the defense minister in Colombia, and the former senator, she was meant to come, and she called on Tuesday night and said that she could not come because she is part of the review process for the Colombian peace process. And so she's on a small committee of women that reviews each step as they've concluded that portion in Cuba. And today was the day. She told me that she tried to get the president to change the day so she could come. She didn't succeed, and she apologizes to all of you, but she really felt that the peace process was important and she needed to stay and review it, so that's fine. And I want to thank also my dear friend Patty from Greenberg Traurig. We have been just an amazing team, Patty, myself, all of our teams in Greenberg, to help us launch this project with Michelle Bachelet, who's now the president of Chile, and Margarita Zavala, who was then the First Lady of Mexico, really helped us launch this project. And since then, we have had at conferences in New York, as you saw, Bogota, Buenos Aires, Mexico City, Miami, Lima, Panama City, and Santiago de Chile, almost 1,000 women participate. And 1,000 women participating doesn't really mean 1,000 women, because once you participate, you go back and you include in your network a lot of other women that might not have been part of the network. And so what we're seeing is it's not the same 1,000 women all the time. It's different women from different countries. And each time we do something, women leave and organize their own relationships and build their network. And if we can just add a little bit to that, then I think we're adding some value. As you all know, our target market is not just bringing the most successful women together in the world. It is really bringing very successful women to the table so that young women between 22 and 35 can hear their stories and see their accomplishments and feel empowered to stay in the workforce throughout their career, because that's how we change these numbers. We change the dial by women deciding and making decisions to stay early in their careers so that one day they can become CEOs, board members, senators, congressmen, presidents of their countries. So we're really excited about today. We heard you. We've taken suggestions. At the end of every meeting, we ask everyone to just give us continuing input, either directly or through our LinkedIn LinkedIn site, or through our portal. And we got a lot of feedback that people wanted more time for networking, and so we've created a lot of time for networking in this project, or in this meeting. And we will be having 2 more events in the next 3 months. One of them is in Mexico City on November 18th, sorry. It's a Tuesday, and we're really excited about that. And the other one is in Miami, probably in January, and we're really excited about that because there's such an amazing young community of women. So again, thank you all for coming, and now I want to pass the floor to my dear friend, Patty Menéndez-Cambó, who is the chair of Greenberg Traurig.
So those that know me, of you that know me, know that I'll be brief. Thank you, Susan, very much. It's really been an honor to do this, you know, and a privilege. Susan and I had the opportunity to work together at the World Economic Forum on gender parity and working on different issues. And Susan said this is something that we can do in the council. And it's really her vision that has seen this develop from the dinner that we had with Michelle Bachelet, or where we are today. One of the things, first I want to thank you for coming and taking the time. Women in general have, you know, a lot of juggling things, so I appreciate the commitment of you being here today. And I hope that you have the opportunity to mentor yourself and to learn from others. I mean, when we talk about having women have a goal to stay in the workforce, it's really to have the option to do so. And for you to be able to learn lessons from women, you know, that have already been successful, or develop your own lessons from your peers on the table. So thank you very much. We're very honored to be here and to host this. I'm very happy. My partner, Alexandra Aguirre, Alex, stand up, who has 3 children and has been tirelessly working on this issue, particularly as to how it affects young women in the workforce and how to deal with it. And since she's got 3 small children, I think she's a good resource for somebody here. Thank you very much, and I look forward to the dialogue. Thank you.